Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on 5 ways to manage your suppliers more efficiently using a supplier portal. My name is Emily Liu. I am a product marketing manager here at LifeRay. We know that managing a growing network of suppliers is not easy. So our goal for today's webinar is to show you how you can streamline supplier management functions to enable both your internal teams and your suppliers to be more efficient. To help me with that, I have our solution architect, Erica Ganaik, here with us today. Erica has helped customers all around the world build solutions that are fit for their unique needs, and she'll be able to help us today talk through how you can manage your suppliers more efficiently with a supplier portal built on LifeRay Digital Experience Platform.
Hi, I'm Erica Ganaik. I'm a solution architect with the Solution Delivery Enablement team. Within my time here at LifeRay, I've been really fortunate to be able to work with many businesses around the globe in order to help them to collaborate more efficiently within their own organizations and with their suppliers.
So let's get started. So what is a supplier portal? A supplier portal is a supplier-facing site or app that acts as a window into your systems to provide visibility, to streamline processes, and to work more efficiently with your suppliers. And whether or not you already have a supplier portal in place or have other technologies that you use to communicate with your suppliers, a well-built supplier portal can really act as that unified tool that brings together all the data, resources, and processes that are used to interact with your suppliers, thus streamlining all of these interactions and accelerating the overall supply chain. So how can a supplier portal help you manage your suppliers more efficiently? So we're going to look at 5 ways today through the lens of Chris, who is a purchasing manager at Skyray, an automotive manufacturer, and Sally, a sales representative at a tire supplier. So the first way you can use a supplier portal to help manage your suppliers more efficiently is by digitizing the registration, validation, and onboarding process. Even though onboarding is critical to the supply chain success, the process is often hard. It's hard to find, validate, and onboard the right supplier. And this process can take up to 6 months in larger organizations. So Erica has helped us prepare a demo to show how these processes can be digitized, making it easier for both Chris and Sally.
Let's get started by taking a look at the supplier onboarding experience. Supplier onboarding begins with the registration process. In the case of Skyray Cars, when Sally, a sales representative at a tire supplier company, comes to their site, she'll see a button that says Become a Supplier. For the sake of time, we've pre-filled this form with some information, such as the company name, the DUNS, the address, and so on. LifeRay helps digitize the online account registration process from beginning to end. We need to be able to give business users really powerful forms that will allow them to create dynamic fields as well as dynamic validation rules. We also want to make sure we are giving the business users the ability to create these forms without having to get the IT department involved. Let's walk through this onboarding along with Sally. She has the ability to upload any relevant documents. In this case, she has a sustainability report that she'd like to include. She can fill out her individual information, which is also pre-filled for time. Lastly, there is a legal agreement that she needs to review before submitting the form. LifeRay can also integrate with DocuSign to allow Sally to receive the legal agreement via email that she needs to review and apply her digital signature to. Let's go ahead and submit the form now. Once the application has been completed and we've collected just the right level of information, the next step is to actually take all of that information, validate it, and run it through an automated business workflow and potentially integrate with an ERP or CRM system to create a new account. Behind the scenes, when Sally submits the onboarding form, it triggers a workflow. LifeRay DXP has a workflow designer that allows business users to take advantage of drag and drop to set up different workflow approval processes. In order to see the workflow play out, we'll need to sign in as Chris, Skyray's purchasing manager, in order to review Sally's application. Let's go ahead and do that now. Right away, when Chris logs in, he can see that he has some new notifications. He can see that he has a new application that's waiting for review in the workflow. Now, there could be more than one person who handles this, but he assigns it to himself. So let's go ahead and do that now. He has the opportunity here to see exactly what has been filled out. He can download file attachments. And he can validate the application information. Perhaps there are tax or bank statements, environmental compliance reports, etc., that he needs to review. If he's satisfied with this application, he can go ahead and click to approve. Now, Chris also manages the onboarding application process performance, and he can easily view workflow metrics. Workflow metrics help Skyray analyze their existing processes, remove bottlenecks in performance, and optimize the application process by defining SLAs for workflow completion. Now that Chris has approved her application, Sally's ready to log into Skyray for the first time. Let's go ahead and do that now. When you log into the portal for that first time, the onboarding experience isn't truly over. It's really just beginning. We need to be able to give Sally a very personalized home dashboard experience that gives her the information that she needs to get started. In this case, Sally's been given a new supplier checklist, additional information to collect, maybe because we didn't need it initially, or access to the new supplier FAQ, training courses that may be relevant, and her associated plant news. Targeted home dashboard experiences really give Sally that personalized experience. Once Sally's finished with this, the next time that she logs in, she could get a different personalized experience because she's completed this onboarding. Onboarding is truly an ongoing experience and can continue to happen throughout a supplier's life cycle, and LifeRay provides the tools to create these personalized experiences for any of these milestones.
Thanks, Erica. It's awesome to see how instead of just thrusting suppliers into the selling process headfirst, we're able to equip them with the right tools in order to establish a very long-lasting partnership. And along those lines, another area in which you can use the supplier portal to help manage your suppliers more efficiently is through communication and collaboration. So let's say for Chris, whenever there's updates or changes that need to be made, he has to contact his suppliers through phone, email, or even fax. And these manual channels only lead to more work and potential for lost information. But with a supplier portal, you're able to solve this challenge through providing a unified interface for communication. So Erica will now show us what this interface could look like for Sally once she's logged in.
We've already logged in as Sally, the sales representative of a tire supplier company. So let's continue her journey throughout the site. A personalized user experience is a powerful tool to ensure that the right content is shown to the right people at the right time. LifeRay's segmentation and personalization enables you to put users of the system into different buckets or segments. By using data like user attributes or visitor interactions, you can dynamically target relevant content for Sally and other suppliers. Once a user falls into a particular segment, we're able to target that user with personalized content. Sally had indicated in her onboarding that she is a supplier of the Lexington, Kentucky plant, and immediately she can see news related to the new Skyray Tripster that is planned for production there. Now let's visit Sally's dashboard once more. Sally is now an established supplier and no longer a new user, and as you can see, her dashboard experience has been enhanced again. Sally can view purchase orders for her company products that have been submitted by Skyray, and she can also manage the invoices her company has submitted. In the future, we can provide self-service capability to help Sally create and submit new invoices of her own. Below that, you can see that plant news is also personalized. Here we have news specifically for the Lexington, Kentucky plant, as well as news that is applicable to all suppliers. Skyray can also use LifeRay's Analytics Cloud to track views and web traffic to specific pages or web content. LifeRay provides easy-to-use out-of-the-box analytics, which monitors many metrics, including web traffic, specific based on the type of LifeRay asset. For example, if Skyray's onboarding team sees that suppliers are often visiting a specific FAQ question or blog entry, such as how does Skyray evaluate the overall performance of its suppliers, perhaps there may be something that Skyray can do to help educate suppliers more on that topic, including adding additional training to the onboarding process. But Skyray can also see other metrics specific to pages and web content as well. Coming back to the dashboard, some key tools for collaboration are also available to help Sally to collaborate with Skyray and with other suppliers. Skyray is able to broadcast important announcements or messages with its suppliers, from required trainings to upcoming system maintenance. She can view documents or assets that have been shared with her, as well as see which content is currently popular or trending. Sally can also use message boards to submit questions to Skyray or common questions for suppliers. She can view questions that have been asked that are relevant to her. Suppliers are able to communicate with Skyray and share a common knowledge base for all suppliers to utilize. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll probably have noticed the numeric value next to Sally's picture. This indicates that she has new notifications. She can see that someone has responded to her messages in the forum. Using LifeRay's out-of-the-box tools such as message boards, announcements, and notifications, Skyray is able to help suppliers collaborate together more effectively and efficiently.
So now that Chris has equipped his suppliers with the right information, he can also provide them with tools that will allow them to complete the tasks they need to do more independently. Many teams can get bogged down with manual tasks. In general, 15 to 20% of an organization's account payables team is spending their time answering calls that involve routine questions from suppliers. But Chris doesn't need to answer these questions if suppliers like Sally are able to do more on their own. So Erica will show us how that's possible with a supplier portal.
A key aspect of the supplier portal is the ability to provide self-service capabilities to suppliers and supplier managers. Let's return to Sally's Skyray dashboard. Sally is now a manager, and as one of her responsibilities, she must have the ability to submit new invoices, as well as view and manage any outstanding invoices for her company. Here, Sally can view all of the current invoices. She can sort by existing fields. She can also add a new invoice. Now, these fields are easily customizable within LifeRay's UI. Some fields are considered mandatory, so will need to be filled in before the invoice can be submitted. She can also add one or more attachments to the invoice or receipts in order to provide relevant documentation for the buyer. Additionally, LifeRay can easily integrate with a number of live support chat platforms, including Live Person as shown here. All it takes is a chat provider account ID or a token to easily integrate. Studies have shown that by providing users with a self-service ability, this will cut down on overall time spent working with IT or customer support. Sally also has the ability to review the questions she and others on her team have submitted, as well as knowledge base articles. She can search within the questions themselves, or also across the site, using search as you type functionality to expand the search to other areas of the site. As she types search keywords into the search bar, the query is processed by the search engine, and results are returned in a drop-down list. Each suggestion is a hyperlink to an asset within the LifeRay site. Here she can view the knowledge base article that matches the search. Going back to the dashboard, She also has access to commonly asked questions. Using personalized collections based on if this supplier is a tier 1 or a tier 2 supplier, for example, this can be made even more powerful by using search blueprints for tailoring the search experience to your user's needs. For example, if the person searching is located in a certain region, perhaps by boosting those FAQ questions that pertain to that particular region. Under My Users, there is a widget which enables self-service to help manage employees of her company. She can assign existing users or invite new users to the supplier portal. In the help desk, this gives Sally a way to view the list of tickets that she has submitted, as well as the status of those tickets. These are just some of the tools which LifeRay provides for empowering suppliers to easily self-manage and monitor their organizational information.
Another way to manage your suppliers more efficiently is by digitizing some common processes that you use to work with your suppliers. In fact, 53% of procurement and supplier management processes have yet to be digitized. This wastes more than 22% of each team's time with paper-based or manual processes. By digitizing processes like tracking purchase order statuses and sending payment notifications, Chris is able to help his team save a significant amount of time and resources. So Erica is going to show us some examples of what this could look like.
Now let's take a look at digitizing the experience from the viewpoint of a buyer. Chris Richardson is a purchasing manager in the purchasing department of Skyray and needs a process for placing an order for new tires from Sally's tire supplier company. He can add products to his cart. He can compare multiple products side by side. He can add a product to a list of favorites. There are many different product options here that can be customized using a low-code approach or custom JSPs. This is possible through the use of product catalogs, which are a convenient way to group products so that each supplier is able to manage their own products. Chris can have lists of products he wants to buy every week, maybe seasonal products such as antifreeze or road salt, as well as favoriting certain items in the store. LifeRay can also leverage extension points with other systems to access information such as SKUs, pricing, or product availability so that you're not duplicating the information in an existing CRM. Once an item is added to the cart, the order is considered pending until the buyer checks out. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's fill in some additional information here. Okay, click continue. Because this is a B2B transaction, payment options aren't typically a concern in a supplier portal, but there are, of course, integration points available with PayPal, Stripe, or offline payments like a purchase order, money order, should a special need arise. Chris can review the order by going to Order Details. He can check the shipment and statuses, as well as submit that order into an optional workflow to require approval before they get sent to the supplier. Chris can track the status of orders to determine which ones are still pending or in progress and which have been completed. Going back to the dashboard, Chris can also create new purchase orders electronically and review existing purchase orders and their statuses. LifeRay's out-of-the-box integration framework can automate existing manual business processes and provide crucial integration points with existing tools in order to streamline supplier processes even more than ever before.
And the last use case we're going to cover today is how to monitor and improve supplier performance. It's important for both suppliers and the buyer to know how the suppliers are performing. As a purchasing manager, Chris wants to know which of his suppliers are performing well and which he should continue to work with. He would like to know metrics such as fulfillment time and accuracy rate. And with a supplier portal, he's able to track and surface all of this information within a single tool. And so Erica's going to walk us through how that looks like for both Sally and for Chris.
As a supplier parts sales representative, Sally's dashboard contains key quality metrics up at the top, as well as performance indicators related to order fulfillment and on-time delivery. She can see from the graph that her company's score has been improving, but they're always striving to achieve a better target score. She can view scorecards that have been uploaded in the supplier portal in order to give a better understanding of how Sally's company can improve. Perhaps a level 2 experience could be added later to give Sally more detailed goals for improving that score. Moving on to represent Chris, as a purchasing manager, Chris is also interested in monitoring suppliers' performance. He can see the overall supplier performance across all suppliers surfaced through interactive reporting tools such as Tableau, as shown here. He can also see the same metrics as Sally, but for each supplier. Here's a similar view as Sally's, showing the tire supplier company's fulfillment time and on-time delivery rate, as well as the overall score, score graph, and scorecards. He can see other suppliers' information as well, such as the spare parts supplier company. Additional reports, such as supplier invoices, performance graphs, or procurement dashboards, can all be surfaced through LifeRay's versatile web interface by integrating LifeRay with tools such as Tableau to build a more robust and rich reporting dashboard.
Thank you, Erica, for walking us through these demos to show us how Chris at Skyray was able to more efficiently manage his suppliers using a supplier portal. But all of these use cases we just saw were only made possible because of visibility into backend systems. And you probably use a lot of different technologies like ERPs and CRMs to work with your suppliers. And there's so much data that happens behind the scenes. And it may be difficult to gain visibility into what is actually happening on the back end. A lack of visibility into this can cause a number of challenges, including disjointed manual processes, and ultimately prevents all these use cases that we had talked about earlier. So what can your business do if it's struggling to gain visibility into these backend systems? You can overcome these roadblocks by leveraging a platform that can connect to these existing and external technologies in order to provide you the visibility needed to streamline supplier management. And that platform is LifeRay Digital Experience Platform. What sets LifeRay DXP apart from other solutions is its ability to integrate with other technologies to act as an interface to bring in relevant data and to provide the visibility that you need. All the use cases you saw earlier were executed using LifeRay DXP. And for over 2 decades, our customers from around the world have used LifeRay's out-of-the-box experience building capabilities and robust integration tools to build supplier portals that act as a shared workspace for their teams and their suppliers. So if you are interested in seeing how LifeRay DXP can help you manage your suppliers more efficiently with a supplier portal, please contact our sales team, and we would love to chat. I thank you again for joining us on our webinar today. Please contact us if you have any questions. Thank you.